Good morning, everybody. It's Lindsey Huddleston back with another Monday motivation. Gonna get it going. Monday, August 16th. Back to school for some. Back to school for Daddy's Princess, Madeline. She starts back to school today. She is so excited. I envy her because she's like, Daddy, I'm ready. She's ready to get back. She's excited. But that could be an exciting time for all of us back to school because, for the lack of a better term, it triggers something. Now we're kind of moving out of the summer. I'm sorry to say, moving out of the summer. Who was this morning? Good morning, Michelle. Michelle Mimi Watkins on it all the time. Good morning to you. We are talking about today, you have to let go if you want to grow. You have to let go if you want to grow. I think that's important to talk about because as we talk about back to school, my daughter's going back to school today. She's going to be in the 4th grade. She's so excited, and I'm happy that she's taking that attitude towards academics. And I think that also means that though there may be some social challenges that young people face, that we face, that she's, able to overcome that. Because unfortunately, there are going to be some young people who don't want to go back today, and it's not because of their academic ability, but it could be social issues, it could be bullying, it could be all these other things. But what I want to talk about on a greater scale, Michelle, is you have to be able to let go to grow. Because simply put, you cannot occupy two spaces at once, both physically and emotionally. I can't be in this chair and be on the couch at the same time. We can use all these different terms and things to say, how that can happen. But the reality is that doesn't happen. So what I'm saying is for us to really move on to be a better version of ourselves, because that's what these Monday motivations are all about, how to be a better version of yourself, you have to be able to let go so you can grow. And so many times we get into this rut, into this space, or we get so used to things, or we let people, titles, experiences keep us somewhere that we're not ready to move on. And we're attempting to occupy a new space, but we're still holding on to things that kept us where we are. Man, listen, if you or the people around you are not growing, that's not your fault. Excuse me. Don't worry if the person around you is not growing, and don't stay there just because they're not. Be mindful of it, but we all are humans. We all evolve. We all can grow, But I know as part of that is that there's this fear of the unknown compared to fear of the known, right? We fear what's the unknown is, and that term is so popular, Michelle. They say, the evil compared to the evil you don't know, but it's this big fear of the unknown. What happens if we walk down there? Well, I base my discussions on a number of principles. We've been talking about the principle of pre-approval lately, but also, are you putting in the work? You have fear of this unknown, but I can understand if you have fear of the unknown, if you haven't done anything to prepare yourself to go forward. What work are you doing? That you can be confident that, I'll be ready for whatever may happen. But, fear of the unknown, hell, I'm worried about this. Fear of the known. Fear of what you already know, or what you've already experienced, what you've already been going through. You already know that situation is not working for you, but you get stuck. You want to stay there. And like I said before, you cannot occupy one space physically and emotionally at the same time. You already know what the thing is, and you say, I'm not feeling this anymore. How many things have we experienced, folks who say, you know what? I had enough. I know what I don't know. I saw one of my young men I worked with for some time, Chris. He's home from school. And shout out to all the painters out there, the professional painters, that is, because he's painting right now. And he said, man, it's the hardest thing I ever done. And I don't want to do this. So he has an understanding of what he doesn't want to do. So what I'm trying to get at, folks, so we got to really think about going forward. As Michelle says, let's not get too comfortable. But Michelle, that's only if somebody really wants to move forward. A lot of people out there pump faking, like Kevin McHale, who kind of mastered the pump fake. They say they want to do something and get people kind of inspired by that or thinking they're going to do it, but they don't. But that's okay. We're not worried about those people. We're talking about folks who are trying to improve themselves going forward, and whatever it may be. A few more things we're going to share. We're going to get out and go get Madeline off to school for her first day. What did you do today to bring you one step closer to your goals? Michelle, how is that right on point with what you're talking about? Getting too comfortable. What did you do today to bring you one step closer to your goals? Did you go to the gym? Did you get up early? Did you read something? Did you, make a phone call? Did you, check the box? What did you do? Because so many times we sit and say, oh, woe was me. I can't get it in. I can't do it. But what did you do to work on that? And I think that's what happens too many times. We're not doing it. I'm grateful, Michelle, to have the friendship of your husband, Orlando, because he's about getting things done. We talk about things, we knock it out. And that's a great, great opportunity to have someone to work with like that. Let's talk about it from a psychological standpoint. The psychological term for the unknown is xenophobia, and we kind of hear that a lot in pop culture. In modern usage, the word has evolved to mean the fear of strangers or foreigners, but its original meaning is much broader. We're talking about, a fear of, the unknown. Oh, what's going to happen if I do that? But like I said, you already know what'll happen with where you are, and you don't like it anymore. I use the example of the young man said, man, I was painting this summer, man, and there ain't nothing to deal with. So what I just want to encourage you guys to do is just think about that. If you want to grow, you're going to have to be willing to move forward and let some things go. What a great time to start that process. It's back to school. We're getting ready for the fall. I know I'm not trying to rush the summer away, but the reality is that things are transitioning. And what a better time to kind of start something new. As me and my guy, Forrest Boyer, says, it doesn't have to be all completely done in one time, but it can be brick by brick, piece by piece, going forward. Remember, we talked about this. You're pre-approved. If you really are a person of the faith, you got to believe that, okay, I'm going to be successful. I just have to work through it. And now is the time for me to let some things go. And it's not going to harm me to let certain things go that I know are not to my benefit. And what do we worry about? We worry about they're all going to laugh at you. What a great life if I can add this person to my Monday morning. My man Kat says, did you ever look at the people, your coworkers, and be like, how the hell you still work here? What I'm getting at is, look at the people around you sometimes, and you let those people be mental and emotional anchors. I'll repeat that. You let those people around you be mental and emotional anchors holding you somewhere. They hold you in that spot as opposed to saying, I'm trying to move on. Now, if they can't give you a nod and say, I'm with that, I support you, then so be it. Then you deserve to be in that same spot. If you're going to allow someone to moor you to a spot that they're going to say, well, you can't do that. As soon as you got an idea of something you want to do, they're going to tell you why it won't work. You need to be around people and say, man, let's figure this out then. Let's figure out how this is going to happen. I try to be that kind of person to people. When people come to me like, Lance, I got this idea, and it may be way out there. I'm like, okay, instead of saying you can't do it, I say, man, okay, well, it's going to be tough. Let's just figure out how we can do it. Now, everyone's not going to be like that, but you deserve to have those kind of experiences. And you deserve to remove yourself from people who can't support what you're talking about doing. But lastly, more importantly, are you doing the work? Are you putting in the work? Are you putting in the work where you can say, I'm working closer to my goals because I know that I'm doing it? I won't keep you guys too long on this Monday motivation. It's a back to school day for many of us, back to work. But let's get back to our dreams, back to our goals. I'm looking forward to a great event September 4th in Detroit over at Harper Woods, that is. SPS Showcase, going to be showcasing a lot of our young people, boys and girls. There's going to be more information going on about that. Football is starting for our young people. I want to support them and have a healthy, safe football season. And I just want you guys to have the best. Can you believe that we're getting into the last quarter of 2021 and we're still figuring out what happened in 2020? Life comes fast and moves fast. But I want to wish you all the best today on this Monday. I want to thank you guys for supporting SPS. We're here to encourage you to be the best version of yourselves. It won't be easy, it won't be hard, but you've been pre-approved for success. So with that, you guys have a great day. This is Lindsey Husband with SPS. Peace.